I've been waiting for this review for a very, very long time. Today we are reviewing one of my favorite movies. This is such a guilty pleasure. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. You Got Served. The reason why I'm deciding to drop this review because this year marks 20 years since this movie was released. 20 years. And as a kid, it really just impacted me so much. My parents, they got the DVD for this, and there was this time that when you would watch a DVD so much that you would actually ruin the quality of the disc itself. So I don't usually rate my reviews. I go into the plot about the pacing and stuff like that, and how was the acting. Oh, the acting was awful. Who cares? I don't care, because I'm just watching this movie for one thing, the dancing. They didn't fake that. There was no CGI for that. The dancing in this was on another level, at least to me. And yes, the plot is garbage. Yes, it doesn't make no sense and stuff like that. It's probably at times, it seems a bit lazy in terms of character development and blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I really don't care. This movie is a guilty pleasure of mine. We are here to see one thing, dancing. We're here to see B2K and Marcus Houston dance. And I was there for it. I was there for it. I will watch this movie again. In fact, I did watch it again. I watched it for this review. I didn't really have to, because I know this movie word for word, dance move for dance move. No, I'm not dancing on camera because it's too embarrassing. And then also, I realized that a lot of these dance moves, what they did back then, they aren't doing today, which is fair, 20 years and this movie still rocks. It still rocks to me. I don't know who likes it, who hates it. How could you hate this? So some people tell me, oh, it didn't make sense and blah, blah, blah. What are you watching it for? It's almost similar like watching a Fast and Furious movie. What are you watching it for? Family? No, you're watching it for stunts. You're watching it for stunts and cars and what they're gonna do with cars. And that applies also to You Got Served. You are watching this to young men and women just dancing. And the dance moves in this are crazy. Listen, I wanted to be a street dancer. This movie inspired me to be a street dancer. Of course, that never worked out. And I have no shame. It never worked out, but who cares? You Got Served. I'm not gonna give this movie a grade. I'm not, because it wouldn't be fair. I have this on a whole different level. Because if you ask me what grade would I give it, I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving You Got Served an A. This movie is near and dear to me. It's celebrating 20 years of its release, and I'm very grateful for this movie. It just made me really just appreciate dancing and dance movies on a whole different level. So if I want to say one blunder, I guess, it's not really a blunder, but one thing what I didn't notice as a child, right? I didn't notice that when they did the dance battle right in the beginning, right? And they're like dancing their butts off, right? They're like really, really dancing. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. And the group, what won, I didn't notice that the grand prize was $500.
Which crew walks away with this here $600 in their hand?
And then it dawned on me, until I got older, I'm like, hold on, $500. Mind you, when I watched this movie, I was 9 years old. So $500 to me was a lot. But I didn't notice until last year when I watched this. $500, but it was a group of like 15 dancers. So if they were to split that, 15 into 500, regardless, 15 into $500.
With this here $600 in their hand.
Yeah, they weren't making that much money. But like I said, who cares? I love this movie. I love this movie. I swear to God, I love this movie. To the people saying that this movie is just about dancing, it doesn't have no drama and stuff like this movie has, number one of the biggest betrayals in cinema history, When Sonny switches sides on David's and Elgin's crew, and he joins Wade's crew. And not just that, he gave them their dance routine. The betrayal and the disgust. I hate it. I hate it. And then this same movie has one of the saddest deaths in cinema history. When Lil Saint died, that was one of the most heartbreaking scenes I've seen just in life. I'm not trolling with this movie at all. I take this movie very, very seriously. This movie, it had me in tears. You Got Served, man. They're just hitting all of the beats, all of the emotional beats. You know what I mean, man? And that last scene for the dance battle, epic, just epic. It was like chef's kiss. You got served, man. You got served.